As I jump off my mind's cliff into subconscious depths, knowing my higher and knowing my lower self, falling past my thoughts that got me in trouble, realizing ego is a burstable bubble, falling backwards seems like there's no end or bottom, cut out the good, I see no thoughts rotten, no modern European's mentality, all Asiatic, the scent of this fall, aromatic. Tea tree oil and frankincense so intense, demons beaten from outside make no indents, plus no entrance without the mastermind key. Thoughts of Allah wasn't Allah, but actually me, divine being, a national actual factual, more scientist, seeing things mathematical. Law is length, angle and width, with mind strength mangle a Sith. When devil's horns burning, sulfur I whiff. Lower self, third eyes crushed, that's the weed in my split. From these lows, the only way to uplift. 40 days and 40 nights working the graveyard shift, battling zombies which on my own that exist. Playing my emotions and string strum or Congo drums, seeing things and hearing sounds, no fear around, looking down not seeing the ground, but feeling my crown, pulsating so profound, soul unbound. Inhale for 7, hold for 4, exhale for 7, hold for 4. Double door 11, walk through the gateway frame of eternal flames. No burns, no regard, unreal as unreal, no blame. My pure freedom and bliss, demigods trying to contain. On my journey of learning fear, embracing pain. Since love heals on the path of living cognizance, patience is a virtue, I'd rather take the long distance. As I jump off my mind's cliff into subconscious depths, knowing my higher and knowing my lower self, falling past my thoughts that got me in trouble, realizing ego is a burstable bubble, falling backwards seems like there's no end or bottom, cut out the good, I see no thoughts rotten, no modern European's mentality, all Asiatic, the scent of this fall, aromatic. Tea tree oil and frankincense so intense, demons beaten from outside make no indents, plus no entrance without the mastermind key. Thoughts of Allah wasn't Allah, but actually me, divine being, a national actual factual, more scientist, seeing things mathematical. Law is length, angle and width, with mind strength mangle a Sith. When devil's horns burning, sulfur I whiff. Lower self, third eyes crushed, that's the weed in my split. From these lows, the only way to uplift. 40 days and 40 nights working the graveyard shift, battling zombies which on my own that exist. Playing my emotions and string strum or Congo drums, seeing things and hearing sounds, no fear around, looking down not seeing the ground, but feeling my crown, pulsating so profound, soul unbound. Inhale for 7, hold for 4, exhale for 7, hold for 4. Double door 11, walk through the gateway frame of eternal flames. No burns, no regard, unreal as unreal, no blame. My pure freedom and bliss, demigods trying to contain. On my journey of learning fear, embracing pain. Since love heals on the path of living cognizance, patience is a virtue, I'd rather take the long distance. Aware mental clearness, mind's tailless with fierceness. Harlots seduced to get me locks and beardless. Electromagnetic helix, induce the voltage. Begging ancestors to increase the dosage, produce a strong field, rubbing together shaman stone balls, releasing the stress, calling Orishas, decreasing my breath. But are you really breathing? Knowing or believing? I master fruition and receiving from birthright retrieving. Are you in trance without doing a ritual dance? Paralysis, magic, reversal on the square stance. Harmonic lyrical mudra from Islam Sutra. Elevate thoughts, wake up your inner Sibyls and Buddhas. Master your will, not desires. Awaken Kundalini fires. Truth spoken to MCs higher. Medusa, you liars. Bagging heads and horns and tails for mystic functions. Ritualistic. perched at the junction where demons go to and fro, dressed as the sheeple, selling them rights, civil and pseudo rights equal. Blood flowing past a horse brow didn't circle your passion. Celestial thread of my ancestors tailored my fashions, fooling people with their words and people not watching their actions. Ignorance of law is no excuse when something happens. Feeling eyes and reading postures, moving bionic. Monsanto seeds turn you psychopharmaceutical chronic. Got their eyes bloody, blood muddy for blood money. They gave me nothing, so can't take nothing from me. I love the quote, you will respect but don't have to love me. They gave me nothing, so can't take nothing from me.
H2O flow, sheep, Canaanland, Moorish, release fall, Shalom Davis, salute, house, check it, they say they wanna learn, they only debate, referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound the grace, study nationality before you question my estate, I'm not a minority, why you so late, majority rules, here comes the test, fact, that's my hand in the form of a V on the chest, that's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest, major forever, infinite mindset, major from birth, that's a seed in process, I'm a Moor that is easy to digest, competent, never terrenilious, that is my land, never vacant, secret, traditions, petitions, for what, you're not Jamaican, Westmoreland to Portmore, everybody needs more, we feel please more, Northgate, H2O flow, sheep, Canaanland, Moorish, release fall, Shalom Davis, salute, house, check it, they say they wanna learn, they only debate, referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound the grace, study nationality before you question my estate, I'm not a minority, why you so late, majority rules, here comes the test, fact, that's my hand in the form of a V on the chest, that's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest, major forever, infinite mindset, major from birth, that's a seed in process, I'm a Moor that is easy to digest, competent, never terrenilious, that is my land, never vacant, secret, traditions, petitions, for what, you're not Jamaican, Westmoreland to Portmore, everybody needs more, we feel please more, following the apostle, we should read more, I see the unseen more, we more, that's a fact, Canaanland.
They say they wanna learn, complain classes are too long. Don't want it on a phone call, energy too strong. Get it from the wrong source, now they way off course. Think they must be Muslim and give up on all sports. Should give up the red meat, must give up on all porks. Won't be yelling haram when the bottles are uncorked. Eating with the spoon, use forks for tuning. Eating humble pie, no ego ballooning. Samson 2 caterpillars, got him cocooning. As the full moon hung, spiral energy moving. Up through the crown chakra, energy shooting. And told me upload classes before live YouTubing. 16,000 subscribers, 20% consuming. 80% troll pretending to be tuned in. Comment on every video, pushing the thumbs down. We'll push the link when we're live just like a clown.
Northgate, H2O flow, Sheik, Canaanland, Moorish, release for, Shalon Davis, salute, hot house, check it, they say they wanna learn, they only debate, referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound the grace, study nationality before you question my estate, I'm not a minority, why you so late, majority rules, here comes the test, fact, that's my hand in the form of a V on the chest, that's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest, major forever, infinite mindset, major from birth, that's a seed in process, I'm a Moor that is easy to digest, competent, never Tyrannidius, that is my land, never vacant, sacred traditions, petitions for what you're not Jamaican, Westmoreland to Portmore, everybody needs more, we feel please more, following the apostle we should read more, I see the unseen more, we more, that's a fact, Canaanland.
They say they want to learn, complain classes are too long. Don't want it on a phone call, energy too strong. Get it from the wrong source, now they way off course. Think they must be Muslim and give up on all sports. Should give up the red meat, must give up on all porks. Won't be yelling haram when the bottles are uncorked. Eating with the spoon, use forks for tuning. Eating humble pie, no ego ballooning. Samson 2 caterpillars, got him cocooning. As the full moon hung, spiral energy moving. Up through the crown chakra, energy shooting. And told me upload classes before live YouTubing. 16,000 subscribers, 20% consuming. 80% troll pretending to be tuned in. Comment on every video, pushing the thumbs down. We'll push the link when we live just like a clown. Pouring in the incompetence, always debating. Dissing Drew Ali, but won't give their location. His image on the black banner, that's placation. Just get him out of here, Yusuf yells in frustration. We know they're playing games, we're not berating. Calling 911, scimitars penetrating. In defense of prophets and mothers abused. And newly awakened Moors, amused and confused.
He taught me science of the number 9. He gave me
I got 9 in my name too.
message to the black man. Right. He gave me all these different tools that I wasn't quite ready for, and he did forward talk me. However, it's something about it that I think we need to pay attention to. Even Moors, I'm gonna be honest, even Moors can benefit from seeing the unity and the community and the level of, I agree with you in public, I might not like you in private, we might not get along personally on the phone, we might not want to, eat the same kind of meal at night. However, when we're out in public and we're FOI or we're, NOI, we're going to cooperation as a group, and we're not going to break that chain of command.
You know what's one big issue with the
FOH Pink Luminance, FOH Tweety, FOH Rod Hayes, FOH all you Muslims pretending to be Moors, and then you don't honor Noble Drew Ali because Islam said don't honor all the prophets and all that. FOH to all you people. FOH. What NOI bring for our people? What could we learn from the NOI? This is the same way Rod Hayes was talking. This is the same way Sabir Bey talks. Why they riding with the traders? Oh yeah, well when Moors have issues, they should go behind closed doors to deal with their issues. Oh no, we're gonna put the traders in the town square and burn them at the stake. We're gonna call everybody. We're gonna call the whole community to see us burn these traders. So everybody knows, don't be a traitor. Don't be a sellout. Just go on Canaanland Moor's YouTube and go check all the traders who came in this Moorish movement that are non-existent anymore because of us doing that.
Because of Canaanland Moors calling them out when people are talking the same BS here. Well, it's your brothers, you should talk behind closed doors. We don't talk with traitors and sellouts behind closed doors. We put them in the town square and we tar and feather them in the open so everybody could know. Just wait till we give you that info we got on Consulate. You want to talk crazy. Just wait till we tell you about that stuff we got on your boy claiming mansions. Just wait. Just wait. All these people are sellouts and traitors. FOH to all of them. All the trolls who are putting Cujo L on a t-shirt and all that stuff. FOH to you because you're a traitor. All the Moors who are accepting lip balm from another man. FOH to you. You fudge packer. FOH to all you Moors out there playing Sodom and Gomorrah. You're playing Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's okay to be gay and all that stuff because we're Moors. FOH to all you people. FOH. There ain't nobody could tell me anything about there were lesbian and gay Moors as our ancient foremothers and forefathers. FOH. Don't tell me what they were in ancient Egypt and all that stuff. None of that. That's not our culture. That ain't our culture. We're not Sodomites. We're Moabites. We're not Gomorrians. We're Moabites. Because you got Ellen Bay and you get a little pass because we're trying to show unity. So we'll let you do your fag stuff and your dyke stuff. Let you do your trans whatever. You like trans? No problem. Trans are more beautiful than Moabites? Do your thing. No problem. We're just not going to talk about it. But no. People want to be deadbeat moms giving fathers hell because they're Moors, by the way. They're Moors. And they're giving the fathers of their children hell because they're a toxic nigger pretending to be a Moor that they got Ellen Bay on. How are you telling me that you people are adepts and you're single moms? And then you're telling me, well, how come you don't have a wife? And how come you don't have children? Because that's what's out there. You people. Well, you toxic females pretending to be Moors. You don't want you people. You want Moabites. That's who the true sincere Moors want. We want Moabites. We want divine beings. We want divine beings as our mate. We already made mistakes and went go be with some nigger pretending that they're Moors. We already did that. Stuff failed. So that's why it's only Moors at the meeting. Because all the mothers are toxic. Need to go check their self. We're not talking about the ones who sorted out their generational curses and all that stuff. We're not talking about the ones who faced their mom and faced their dad for the BS that they did to them. And they solved their issues. And they didn't run to some man to get their issues solved. Or they didn't go run to some sister to go get their issues solved. We're not talking about those ones. Honors to you if you sorted your shit out. And then now you're settled with somebody who's an actual Moabite. And then even though you have children outside of her or whatever like that, or outside of him, they recognize that, you're a new individual now and you're doing stuff right. And now you got children with this Moabite and all that stuff. And then you're going to be happily ever after in running through the daisies and the children in the back running and all that stuff. Honors to you people. But all you toxic people that got something to say, don't be bringing up Moors. Don't be bringing up what Noble Drew Ali said and all that stuff. You people aren't even in a temple. Don't tell me about unity with NOI and all that BS. Because they're sellouts. We're always going to bring up the example. These people are talking about honors to NOI and all that stuff. Honors to NOI. We give thanks to NOI because the NOI are teaching us how you should be united. Because look at the FOI and look at the Women's Auxiliary and look at how organized they are. And yeah, they stole all that stuff from Noble Drew Ali. And then now they're not telling you about Noble Drew Ali. And they're not telling you we stole all our stuff from him. FOIs wear fezzes with brims on it. Stop the BS. Think that all that headwear that they got over there? You think all that headwear that they have over there, that the men and the women wear, didn't come from Moors? And then they're not going to tell you about your nationality and birthrights. They're going to tell you that you're black. And they're going to take finance from the IRS and all that stuff. Tax break finance from U.S. Corps to do prison stuff. The hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Jwali already told Moore it's only going to be a handful saves. So we're not looking at no million of people waking up in this or whatever like that. That's what you thought? You thought you're going to be seeing all these Moors walking down the street in unity and we're all in one kumbaya, my lord Moors? Get the F out of here. The hell are you talking about? Look at the toxicity that's going on amongst the Asiatics in North America. Organized what? Because they got a clean suit, that means they're organized? Pastor has a clean suit and he's slapping asses on the stage at the church. Talking about Jesus. Jesus said that the ass has to be like this. They're slapping mothers' asses in church. They got good suits too. Their suits are clean. They're organized. So you say, we're going to listen to them because they're organized? We're going to listen to them because they're organized. Really? Pastor molests children more than anybody else. The black pastors taking advantage of little girls. No, but their suits clean, so we're going to keep supporting them. No. Oh, no, not the handful saved. No, we don't play that BS. We don't play that BS.
More different ideologies, and I'm gonna make a great example of that. If you ever read the 48 Laws of Power, right?
FOH, 48 Laws of Power. FOH. That's a Rosicrucian text. If you're going to say Holy Quran, Aquarian Gospel and all that stuff, okay, then 48 Laws of Power is Rosicrucian and Illuminati and all them. That's their book. That ain't no Asiatics book. That's your book. You want 48 Laws of Power? Go read your 42 Principles of Ma'at. You sellout traders telling me about some 48 Laws of Power. The hell out of here. 48 Laws of Power, nothing. FOH for 48 Laws of Power. Go read your Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple that Noble Drew Ali brought you. F you people. 48 Laws of Power. Tell me about some 48 Laws of Power. You have these people's ritual handbook that they're running on the niggers, and then you're using that in order to crack the code. How are you using the people's stuff that they're using to suppress you to crack the code? How are you using their stuff and don't think you're locking yourself out because you're letting them know what you know now? Everybody read 48 Laws of Power. There ain't no stuff to... You want 48 Laws of Power? Go read The Art of Peace. Forget The Art of War. You savages. How about go read The Art of Peace? Didn't Drew Ali say that's one of our principles? Well, no. They're out here plugging The Art of War. Well, The Art of War is... How about The Art of Peace? You sellouts. You're not going to quote from The Art of Peace, though. But you're Moors. And we'll be riding with these people. Right? Oh, Rosicrucian. The Red Cross. Just another group of Europeans who have their little order and they're using their order to better themselves and to keep us subjugated. And then when we tell people about Moors, which is our order, for us to better ourselves, all of us as Asiatics, right? They're going to say, oh no, everybody has their own, and then the NOI is over here, and then these people over here, Kemetic guys have a piece, and then these guys over here have a piece. No, that's BS. Only thing that's going to be saving our people is what Noble Drew Ali brought. That's all. Nothing else. And anybody speaking other than that, 48 laws of power and all that stuff, right? 48 laws of power and all that. Anybody talking about them books? And they're not telling you about Noble Drew Ali stuff, but yeah, well, I read Noble Drew Ali stuff, but then they're not quoting anything from it. They're going to tell you 48 laws of power.
One story when they was talking about Constantine the first, when he first united Rome under so-called Christianity, right? Not saying Constantinople doctrine, but he did that because he knew the importance of people following one thing, as far as whether you call it religion or spirituality. To me, religion and spirituality is no different. You feel me? It all depends on somebody's perspective.
Right. This is your adepts that you're going to be listening to. Religion and spirituality is no different. It depends on your perspective. Did they look this up? They never looked it up, did they? They're just talking. Did they show you what spirituality means? The metaphysical meaning and the mundane meaning? Did they show you what religion means? The etymological meaning and the mundane meaning? These are your adepts though. These are the people who you're going to be chasing after because they found the way for you to do the Moorish whatever like that, because they know NOI people and they know Indians and they know all these different bodies of people who want unity. Recognize, if you're thinking like these people, you're outside of the handful saved. You're either in the handful that's going to be saved, or you're going down with the ship. And keep in mind, ship sunk already. These are your adepts talking crazy.
But his main point of doing that was to unite everybody, and that united Rome. You know, Rome still had, but overall, it united Rome. Even, you know, the Catholic Church.
Oh, okay. So hold on a second. So Constantine united Rome, but even though they were united, they had their little, issues or whatever. But they were united. Oh, so isn't that the same thing with the Moorish paradigm then? How come you guys give honors to Rome, honors to Constantine, but you're not giving honors to Noble Drew Ali, who also brought unity, who also had everybody unified, just like Constantine did? And what happened? Just like with Constantine, traitors amongst them said, no, we're not. We're colonists. We have to say that we're colonists. Same thing that there's ones on the Moorish side that were Noble Drew Ali that were saying, let's ride with the colonists. And that caused the destabilization of the Moorish unity that you're witnessing today when you look around and see all these different factions of Moors, and you're thinking that these factions of Moors are faction because one of them has the keys that's going to save you. All of them sold you out. What don't you get? You're not in the handful. That's why you're getting played, paying 10 grand for packages. That's why you're getting played by consulate people. That's why you're getting played by black Indians. That's why you're getting played by genealogy people. That's why you're getting played by everybody. Because you're in the soup. Can I find out how the soup tastes? You're in the soup. What do you mean, find out how it tastes? You're the soup. Keep playing around. Keep playing around.
church started spreading to different lands because of the Roman Empire. But this goes into the same example as I tell Moors when they talk about all this false, hypocritical stuff that with Noble Drew Ali, where he was aligning us with Islam. Even though, I'm a Sunni Muslim, but, I'm diverse in my mentality. I even study stuff that go against Islam just to have knowledge of it, right? But that was Noble Drew Ali's main thing too, man.
What do you mean? What do you mean Noble Drew Ali's main thing? You're Sunni Muslim. Noble Drew Ali is not your prophet. If you're Sunni Muslim, Noble Drew Ali is not your prophet. So don't be telling people your opinion of what Noble Drew Ali brought. Go ask a Moor what Noble Drew Ali brought. Matter of fact, let's ask a Moor. Let's ask a Moor. Let's ask a Moor. Let's ask Brother Adeptest Bey, Hidden Nation. You go to khalifamedia.com if you want a peep game. If you want a peep game. There'll be some, remember, these are the Rod Haynes people that they made it. They made it. Now they're going live with Rod Haynes. These are their people. They're Sunni Muslim. What do they know about Noble Drew Ali? They don't think Noble Drew Ali is a prophet. They don't think Noble Drew Ali is a prophet. Sunni Muslims and Shiite Muslims and whoever else that calls themselves Muslim, they do not recognize Noble Drew Ali as a prophet. The fact that they don't recognize Noble Drew Ali as a prophet, that disqualifies them from talking about Moorish anything. They're disqualified. And again, we're taping these people to the Iron Cross. We're pouring gasoline around them and lighting them on fire in the town square. So everybody knows. Right? Let's put somebody, let's throw another one into the fire. Let's throw another one into the fire, or let's throw another bunch into the fire. For all the people who are talking about, well, the Moors, why the Moors pay the bill to the colonists because that's the colonists and you should have did some paperwork to get them out. Why are you paying the bond? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why we're paying the bond. Because we know that the bond is a ransom. And we know that once you pay the ransom, that they can't, what are they going to say now? What are they going to make up on the Moors? Ransom was paid that they called for. So if they're calling for a ransom and they're naming it bond, and then we pay the ransom, doesn't that prove that they're kidnappers? Doesn't that prove that they're violating people if you have to pay a ransom for them to be free? And if we know that these people are violating to the level that they took an individual out of his household, from his family, and put them in some cow pen, some chicken coop, and left them in the chicken coop for a year, and then we've been sitting on these live court sessions and we're just watching these people violating the law, and we're sitting like, yeah, hold on a second, these guys just violating the law. Just violating the law like that. No remorse for anything, as if law doesn't exist. Shit, these people really are psychopathically, constitutionally inferior. They are really terrified of the Constitution. Okay, we get it. Oh yeah, how much is the bond for these dangerous whoever's? The chicken's gonna pluck your eyes out and all that stuff, so you have to put it in the chicken coop and you free the chicken, you gotta pay a ransom. I want my chicken back. Well, the ransom is 5 cents. 5 cents is a ransom. You kept my chicken for a year because it's so dangerous, because it's gonna pluck everybody's eyes out and all that stuff. Right? He's gonna cockle-doodle-doo in people's ear in the morning and stuff like that, burst their eardrum. They're violent, but the ransom is 5 cents. Okay, here's the 5 cents. All right, chicken's free to go. And then now you're complaining about why we pay 5 cents to free the chicken. Are we supposed to be humanitarian? Why would you let the chicken stay in the coop? Why would you have a bird and put it in a cage? Why wouldn't you let it fly around the house and all that stuff? Why is it trapped in the cage? Why the dog in a kennel in the house? Why don't you just put the nigger in the backyard? And you're going to shovel the shit anyways, so why don't you just let it live outside free? Why you got it in a cage? It's a living entity. But nah, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't free them. We should let them stay in there for another year with these people violating the law, and then have people's sons and daughters have beards and have children before they get out of prison, when we could have just paid the $8,000 and got them out yesterday. Stop the dumb stuff. Right? So back to these traitors who are going to be with Rod Haynes. Right, and you see the smell. You see the burning body over there. You smelling the flesh. You smelling the flesh burning. Make sure you don't be one of those people on the stake. Make sure you're not hanging from the gallows when the Moors get on top again, because you can't cry. Like people will be in our chat crying, and then they're mad at something, but they're always in our chat. We're never in theirs, but they're always in ours. All those people are getting thrown on the heap, the burning heap. And when you smell the burning flesh, let that be a lesson to you. Don't be these people. Because you could go, again, back into the archives of Canaanland Moor's YouTube page. And anybody who we addressed, anybody who we pointed at them and said, hey, those people are traitors and those people are sellouts, how many of them are still around today? So don't F around. Because we really want to send the muftis for you people. That's what we really want to do. I personally have gotten calls. From Moors in people's jurisdiction where they talk crazy. Like there's nothing to find these people. We know they live around here because we've seen them on the street. We've seen them in their car and they passed whatever building. We know where that building is. So don't F around. Be happy that we're only pointing at you people to call you out. Be happy. So Drawley, the message Drawley brought to these Moors, that no Sunni Muslim could tell you about is this. Open your ears. I am going to attempt to summarize in a list the Prophet's most robust messages and explain in brief, right? This is a Moor talking with a temple. This is a Moor with a temple talking that they're going to attempt to summarize. They're attempting. They already know how grand Noble Drew Ali's message is. That they ain't got it all. But here comes the Sunni. Sunni's gonna tell you what Noble Drew Ali meant. When an actual Moor is attempting to tell you. An actual Moor is attempting, which is showing you the sincerity that they don't think they know it all. But some Sunni Muslim, some nigger, found out about Moors yesterday, is gonna tell you what Noble Drew Ali meant. Throw them on the burning heap and smell the burning flesh and let it be a lesson to you. Let it be a lesson to you. Don't be like these people. Don't be like these people.
Go. I tell people it's good to be a Moor, but the thing with these Moors is too split up in their ideology. They add Bobby Hemmett stuff in there. They add stuff from other.
We had Bobby Hemmett stuff in there. Why not add Bobby Hemmett stuff in there if his master teacher was a Moor? Who the F do you think you are talking crazy as if Moors can't put Bobby Hemmett's teachings in our lessons? His master teacher is C. Freeman L. Bobby Hemmett's master teacher is a L. So anybody who's saying that they're metaphysical, whatever, and they ride with Bobby Hemmett, but they don't ride with Moors, throw them on the burning heap and smell the burning flesh. These people are traitors. Bobby Hemmett's master teacher is C. Freeman L., who's a Moor, one of the heaviest Moors out there. One of the heaviest Moors. As if he can talk about being in different schools of thought. You're Sunni. You have no talk. You're dogmatized. Anybody saying that they're Muslim, they're dogmatized. Just like anybody saying that they're Christian, anybody saying that they're Kemetic, anybody saying that they're ancient Egypt, whatever, anybody saying they're Hebrew Israelite, anybody saying they're Rastafarian, anybody saying Christian, Buddhist, you're dogmatic. We're not talking about the ones in the world that have nationalities. We're talking about these dummies in North America who think they know themselves. We're not talking about the Buddhists and the Kemetans and the whatever, who they have a nationality and know who they are. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the dummies in North America who play like they know themselves when they're a dumbass.
Conscious influencers that got like big followers and stuff in there, and they mixing everything all over the place. When everything is not supposed to mix everything like that. But the many issues that the Moors face is ideology, and they look at as far as religion is my phone, because I hear myself.
It's an echo, yeah.
Yeah, because one of you dumbasses has your speaker too loud. So of course there's going to be echo. But these are your Adeptest though. These are your Adeptest. These are the people who you're riding with. They can't even make IG work properly so you can hear clearly. But these are your Adeptists. These are your adepts. These are your scholars. And then you're looking at Moors who say Taj Tariq Bey, RV Bey Publications, Bobby Hemmett, C. Freeman L., Phil Valentine L., Obashango L., Asir the Duke of Tears. Oh no, not them. Those are the sellouts. The people who can't even get IG to work properly. Those are your scholars. You stupid big dummy.
Never mind then.
But the main thing, that was Noble Drew Ali's main mission. That's why he said he brought us our religion and nationality. And as far as uniting, like
and keep in mind, this is the same dirty Moor, the same dirty Sunni that Kudro already cussed out already. He been got cussed out. And now he's back on some more toxic people's platform now, playing like Sunnis got something to say about Moors. No, they don't. F a Sunni talking about Moors. They don't know what they're talking about. I don't care if they say something in favor of Moors. They don't know what they're talking about. They're not part of this. They're Sunni. Just like they wouldn't want us talking about Sunni and the Moors and saying, well, the Sunni perspective and all that stuff. They're not Sunni. What am I talking about that for? All these sellouts. Throw them on the pile. Just throw them on the burning pile. And when you smell the burning flesh, let that be a lesson to you. Do not be like these traitors out here. These sellouts out here. Don't be like them. Right? Like the master teacher said, when you see the Moors who know themselves lose it, and then they just start murdering everybody, grab your house, grab your keys, grab your whatever, and go inward. And don't worry about what's going on out here. You don't worry about what's going on out here. You don't worry about heads rolling past your door and all that stuff. You don't worry about that. You go inside and you better go study. You better should have downloaded some stuff. You should have bought all the books. The amount of books that Kush Day be showing you on his live, you should have a fucking Vatican library by now. The amount of stuff that those Moors freaking give you. You better have bought everything that they've been saying. So that you can go in the house and go study. They're Moors that don't know that they're Moors. Right? The question is, are they Moors but don't know that they're Moors? No, they're Moors that know that they're Moors, but they're Moors that know that they're Moors yesterday. They're Moors that know that they're Moors yesterday. They just found out that they're Moors. So they shouldn't even be talking about anything relative to Moors. Because guarantee you, none of these people have been studying nothing for more than 10 years. Guarantee you. 100% guarantee that they haven't put in their 50,000 hours of study that qualifies you to be able to have a platform and talk. Guarantee you they didn't put in their 50,000 hours. Guarantee. 100%, I'll put everything I own on it. That they ain't been in this for 10 years. Guarantee. So because they haven't been in this for 10 years, they shouldn't be talking. And then if they're in this for under 10 years and they're talking, their sincerity would let you know that, oh yeah, they're honest. I can listen to them. I can listen to this individual, even though the prerequisite is 50,000 hours and they only have 20,000 hours, they can still get listened to. Some of them, very few now. No, don't go nuts. Right, very few. Just like the handful saved. Very few.
Islam has more literature when it comes to just MSTA. That's why Noble Ali was always referring to the Quran and Mecca. I'm gonna go. I want to make a few.
Noble Ali brought you something called the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, or the Moorish Holy Temple of Science. Right? Noble Ali brought you this. Right? Okay. Noble Ali kept making reference to the Quran of Mecca. Right? He made reference to this. The Quran of Mecca. Noble Ali said this. Right? Noble Ali also said that Chicago's gonna be your Mecca. So if Noble Ali said Chicago's gonna be your Mecca, and then Noble Ali said Holy Quran of Mecca, And then Noble Drew Ali brought you a Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, or Moorish Holy Temple of Science. When Noble Drew Ali said Quran of Mecca, which Quran is he talking about? Which Quran? Which Quran is he talking about? Now, if you think that he's talking about the Holy Quran of Mecca across the Atlantic Ocean, you're wrong. If you think when Noble Drew Ali made reference to Quran of the Mohammedans and all that, and Noble Drew Ali said, when I was Muhammad, when he said Muhammad, which Muhammad do you think he's talking about? If Noble Drew Ali made reference to Muhammad and said, remember when I was Muhammad? I'm Noble Drew Ali now. Which Muhammad do you think Noble Drew Ali is referring to? Some Muhammad over there? If you think he's referring to Muhammad over there, you're wrong. And we should throw you on the heaping pile for thinking crazy. We should throw you on the heaping pile for thinking crazy, not for acting crazy like these people. Just the thought of you thinking that Noble Drew Ali said Muhammad, Noble Drew Ali said Quran, and then you think he meant across the Atlantic Ocean? But then he's telling you, well, I'm the last prophet of these days and times and all that stuff. But we honor all prophets, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, and then you're gonna go run to them like a dumbass. You're a dumbass. We honor true and divine prophets, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, and Noble Drew Ali is the last prophet. So we're gonna go over here and go and listen to Muhammad. You're a dumbass. You know how dumb you are? You know how dumb you are for thinking that? You're so dumb for thinking that it's a wonder how you didn't crash your car yet. How you didn't fall off the ladder, break your neck yet. It's a wonder. It even shows you that, you know what? Yeah. Allah has faith in you. That you're going to figure this stuff out. You're not going to stay being a dumbass. You're going to figure this stuff out.
A couple of points. I'm going to go to the rites of passages points too. But I wanted to say this because the main thing Moors will always be beefing because Moors follow too many ideologies. Most of these Moors is renegades. They don't follow what Noble Drew Ali laid down, but they always put his name in the forefront.
How's a Sunni telling you what Noble Drew Ali brought when he thinks Muhammad is the prophet from over east? He doesn't honor Noble Drew Ali. He could give a shit about Noble Drew Ali. But they want to critique Moors as outsiders to the Moorish nation. How you outsider critiquing? How you outsider critiquing? How? How dare you critique when you're Sunni? The reason why Moors are beefing or whatever, because there was a sellout. And the sellout has had a strong foothold since the 1930s. That's why Moors are beefing. Because all you people have been listening to the sellouts and the traitors of Noble Drew Ali all these years. That's why we're beefing with everybody. Because everybody knows what's up. Nation of Islam knows what's up. They know that we're Moors. Hebrew Israelites know that we're Moors. El Shaddai is Yahweh. El, isn't that Moorish? Rastafarians know what's up. Haile Selassie wore a golden fez. NBA knows what's up. Go look up right now. Go look up Eric Williams Bay right now on Instagram. Right now. Eric Williams Bay, that's some more. He was playing in the NBA. He had the jersey for the NBA and he was on the court. He wasn't a bench guy. He knows that he's a Moor. Just go check. Don't believe what we're saying. We got receipts. Moors could show you receipts. Tell me a Hebrew, Rastafarian, whatever, pull somebody who's in it like that. I say that they're Bay and everything that they do is Bay. And they were prominent. Everybody knows what's up. Everyone knows what's up. That's why we got beef with everybody. Because nobody wants to tell. Everybody wants to be popular. Everybody wants to be the saved our people. We saved our people. We did it. We did it.
That be my issue. Like, it's all right, you're born because your ancestral history, because you know your ancestral history. But it's a problem when you always throw Noble Drew Ali this. And then when I go read the literature and I'm familiar with Noble Drew Ali history, right? And the MSTA history.
Stop lying. You're Sunni. How are you familiar with MSTA history and Noble Drew Ali and you're Sunni? They didn't say I'm Moorish American that practices the Sufi faith or whatever. I'm Sufi. All right, we're going what you say. Okay, so if you're Sufi, that means you don't have a nationality. You're stateless. But then when we go again to Noble Drew Ali stuff, with the more attempting to summarize Noble Drew Ali stuff, the first thing off on the top, we are not Negroes, black, colored, or Ethiopian. Noble Drew Ali was persistent in making sure we understood that these labels or tags, Sunni, were slave names put upon us by slave masters, and they did not denote to any nation of yesteryear. Therefore, we had been tricked into not having a place in the affairs of men and civilization or history, which offers no birthrights. That's an attempt to summarize a statement made by Noble Drew Ali that these Sunnis, that these Dane Callaways, that these Rod Hayes, that these Nation of Islam, that all these fictions are doing. Playing you. Right? Oh, there's the countdown, but we'll be back. We'll be back. And we're not going to hear any music either. So we'll be right back. Might as well do it.
That is one big issue with the Moors. Different ideology. And I'm gonna make a great example of that. If you ever read the 48 Laws of Power, right? In one story when they was talking about Constantine the First, when he first united Rome under so-called Christianity, right? I'm saying Constantinople doctrine. But he did that because he knew the importance of people following one thing as far as whether you call it religion or spirituality. To me, religion and spirituality is no difference. You feel me? It all depends on somebody's perspective. But his main point of doing that was to unite everybody. And that united Rome. You know, Rome still had, but overall, it united Rome. Even, you know, the Catholic Church started spreading to different lands because of the Roman Empire. But this goes to the same example as I tell Moors when they talk about all this false, hypocritical stuff that with Noble Drew Ali, when he was aligning us with Islam. Even though, you know, I'm a Sunni Muslim, but, you know, I'm diverse in my mentality. I even study stuff that go against Islam just to have knowledge of it, right? But that was Noble Drew Ali's main thing too, main goal. I tell people it's good to be a Moor, but the thing with these Moors is too split up in their ideology. They add Bobby Hemmett stuff in there. They add stuff from other conscious influencers. They got like big followers and stuff in there, and they mixing everything all over the place. When everything is not supposed to mix everything like that. But the many issues that the Moors face is ideology, and they look at as far as religion is it's my phone because I hear myself.
It's an echo, yeah.
I'll turn mine down.
But the main thing that was Noble Drew Ali's main mission. That's why he said he brought us our religion and nationality. And as far as uniting, like Islam has more literature when it comes to just MSTA. That's why Noble Drew Ali was always referring to the Quran and Mecca. Now, I'm gonna go. I want to make a few couple of points. I'm gonna go to the rites of passages points too. But I wanted to say this because the main thing Moors will always be beefing because Moors follow too many ideologies. Most of these Moors is renegades. They don't follow what Noble Drew Ali laid down, but they always put his name in the forefront. That be my issue. It's all right if you're a Moor because your ancestral history, because you know your ancestral history. But it's a problem when you always throw Noble Drew Ali this, and then when I go read the literature and I'm familiar with Noble Drew Ali history, right, and the MSCA history, and it's not looking like what his literature said. You feel what I'm saying? So now people out here looking like a bunch of hypocrites, and then they not even following him. How you calling him a prophet? You know, I don't call him a prophet because I'm Muslim. We don't believe in no other prophets as a prophet.
So what the hell are you talking about Noble Drew Ali for then? Why they even have an opinion of Noble Drew Ali if they don't recognize Noble Drew Ali as a prophet? Then how are you saying what Noble Drew Ali brought for somebody? That's the hypocrisy. They're the hypocrites. Not the Moors who are defending Noble Drew Ali to the death. Those aren't the hypocrites. The hypocrites are the ones who wouldn't dare proclaim their nationality, but they'll tell you that they're Sunni. They'll tell you that we're born of the earth and our nationality doesn't matter. Those are the cowards. Those are the cowards right there. That's them. And they're running rampant right now. The sellout of Noble Drew Ali is real. They don't honor him as a prophet, right? Because remember, none of these people stepped up and said, excuse me for a second before you finish your little bantering. But we recognize Noble Drew Ali as a prophet because we're Moors. So we get that you don't, and you're in your Muhammad bag and all that stuff. Do your thing. But we honor Noble Drew Ali as the prophet. And we yield the floor. Just wanted to put that out there. They had nothing to say. Nothing to say. They just let him, right? And what did Noble Drew Ali tell all these sellouts? Don't let the foreign Muslims on your rostrum. Don't let these people who aren't recognizing me as a prophet on your platform and talking. Don't let them on there. Violating Noble Drew Ali's orders. But here they are though. These are the Adeptest. These are your adepts. These are your adepts right here. These are your adepts.
Muhammad. So I was saying, but I do honor Noble Drew Ali, right? But how you calling him your leader and your prophet and you're not following him? That don't add up. Then but what I said, did I make my whole point on the old Constantine? But yeah, Constantine main thing, they knew the importance of uniting people under religion. Religion is powerful. Everybody know that, whether you call it religion or spirituality, it all depends on your perspective. Because one thing, look, I tell Moors all the time, like Noble Drew Ali, I don't care what nobody say from the literature, and the proof is in the pudding. Noble Drew Ali wanted us to follow Islam. Now, get our authority from the Great Quran in Mecca. We are put to your religion and nationality. 748 chapter 7 or 8. Where he said we're returning Christianity back to the Europeans.
Back to the Europeans.
And we're returning back to Islam. There's so many other stuff that.
No, so if Noble Drew Ali said Islamism, and then you're going to look up Islamism, and then you're going to look up Islam, and it's going to be two different things, why they're lying to you on Noble Drew Ali and telling you that he brought you back to Islam when he told you your religion is Islamism? If Noble Drew Ali told you that your religion is Islamism, which isn't Islam, then what the hell is he talking about? That in the literature it says Noble Drew Ali returned you to Islam. When you go in the 101 questionnaire, which is what Noble Drew Ali told these Moors to study if they want to know themselves. And he asked these Moors what their religion is. Their religion is said to be Islamism. That's Moors. So if the religion is Islamism, why are they trying to make you Sunni and Shiite? Unless they're a sellout of the Moors.
People disregard even MSCA. It's like you still follow the MSCA guidelines, but you still supposed to go back to the Holy Quran. You feel me? At the same time, that's why you always refer the what is the origin of Asiatic nations, the uniting of Asia through the Holy Quran. There's so many proofs but these other people try to disregard it because they want to follow other ideologies. Now, my thing is,
no, let's right. Because we know that Noble Drew Ali told the Moors, directed the Moors to look at Chicago as their Mecca, and that he brought them a Quran. So if the fallen sons and daughters of the Asiatic nation of North America need to learn to love instead of hate, and to know their higher self and lower self, and that what Noble Drew Ali brought is the uniting of the Holy Quran of Mecca for teaching and instructing all Moorish Americans, etc., then why wasn't this presented to the Asiatic nations of the world? Why wouldn't he? Why is he specifically dealing with North America as a reference point? Why is he dealing with Moorish Americans and the Asiatic fallen sons and daughters of North America and not the world? Because everybody else already has their prophet. Everybody else already has their religion. You, Moorish Americans, etc. of North America, you have your own. And guess what comes with your own religion? Your own prophet. So if you have your own prophet, and you have your own religion, and you have your own holy book, why would Noble Drew Ali, as brilliant as he was, be convincing you about some across the Atlantic religion, some across the Atlantic prophet, and some across the Atlantic holy book?
I don't be trying to force people to Islam because we don't do that. They say, "Can you be your way to me be mine?" Now, I mean, Surah 109. On Surah 109 in the Quran, plus Allah said, "Don't dispute over religion." Another chapter in the Quran, I forgot the surah, and it also said there's no compulsion of religion. We can't force our girlfriend. We can't force our. Go ahead, grab one. We can't force our girlfriend to Islam or nobody else or under the sword on any instance. Now,
so that means you can't force Moors to accept the Holy Quran from over east as our holy book, and then you can't force Moors to accept Muhammad as the last prophet. We don't have to, according to Islam. According to Islam, we don't have to, and they're not supposed to be trying to convince me of some Islamic whatever. Let me be my way. Isn't that what the Quran says? The Quran says, let me be my way. So why are you trying to tell me about some Muhammad and Noble Drew Ali's not a prophet? We don't recognize him as a prophet. We don't care if you recognize him as a prophet or not. We don't care. The Voice is the same sellout Muslim Moor that got cussed out already. For talking crazy. Now they're on other platforms still talking crazy. As if we're not going to drag them off the platform and throw them on the heaping pile. So all these newly awakened Moors could smell burning flesh. And no, don't be a sellout or traitor around here. Don't be a sellout or traitor.
My thing don't be trying to force Moors to Islam because I had a lot of conversations with Moors and they be thinking that. I'm like, bro, I don't really care. I'm talking about what's in the literature and what these other people are talking about, and they contradicting Noble Drew Ali. This is why I had so many arguments with Moors. They talking about Muslim. I'm like, I could tell when you're knowledge, wisdom, and understanding when you talk like that. Anybody that talk like that. The etymology of Muslim, when you look at all dictionaries, it's going to say Muslim. Even if it say Muslim, it's going to say Mohammedan.
Mohammedan men,
yeah. That's a whole other thing.
No, you're absolutely right.
Huh?
You're absolutely correct.
It's no, and plus it's a misnomer. Noble Drew Ali was just saying it because they spoke English at the time, and
yes,
and Muslims not English though. Muslims not English. Noble Drew Ali said we're Moorish Americans. Noble Drew Ali said we're Moors. And when he made reference to us in any type of religious context, he said that we're Muslims. And if Muslim and Muslim is the same, then why don't these people ever say Muslim? If Muslim and Muslim are the same word, if Muslim and Muslim are the same word, then why, when you speak with Muslim people, they never say that we're Muslim. They only say that they're Muslim. But these two things are the same. Shouldn't they be interchanging it sometimes? Like, how come they're always talking about Muslim stuff? Always talking about Muslim. Why are they always 100% of the time talking about Muslim? Why are they talking about Muslims so much? If these two words, Muslim and Muslim, are the same, then should be using them interchangeably. You're not going to use one more than the other one and then say that they're the same. How you do that? How the hell you do that? Whether it's green or red, it's an apple. The green, the red, the green. Well, can you get me some green over there? Can you get me some red over there? You call it what it is, an apple. Whether it's green, red, spoiled, rotten, whatever. It's apple. There's no interchanging. So Muslim and Muslim are not the same.
It's more with that. You know what I mean? But and another reason is like, look, we got if Moors was to adhere to Islam just a little more, we got one thing. We got many things that bring unity as long as you adhere to it, to the teachings. Now, somebody adhering to the teachings, that's on them. But like Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, after 3 days, Muslims can't be mad at each other, and they have to make amends. So imagine if Moors was to adhere to the Quran. That's one thing. They really adhere to it truly. After 3 days, you will always have to make peace with your brother or sister.
No, we don't make peace with traitors and sellouts. No, after 3 days, you can be friends with the sellouts now because as Muslims, we're not Muslim. Stop the BS. Traitors need to be burned at the stake. Traitors need to have all the mothers throw rocks at them while they're in a hole and their heads sticking out. That's what has to be going down. That's what has to be happening. Not friends with sellouts and traitors. That's like these people with ball today, they're exchanging jerseys and all this BS. That's your competition. They're exchanging jerseys. Not doing that on no court floor exchange jerseys. I just windmilled on your whole team. You should be embarrassed. Am I taking pictures with you? You just got windmilled on. Moor just dropped 50 on you, and you're talking about take pictures with you people. You just dropped 50? What are you taking pictures with him for? What are you hugging after the game? You should be mad. You'd be going to the locker room mad, kicking lockers. This guy dropped 50. Who was guarding this guy? Oh, he's not in here. He's out there taking pictures with the guy who dropped 50 on him. People have no honor. They have no discipline. A bunch of spoiled brats getting their ass slapped by coach, not saying anything about it. Just taking the ass slap. Doesn't matter the sport. It's taking the ass slap. No, it's okay. Then you just go down the line. Everybody gets to slap your ass. And it doesn't even matter. Whether it's street ball, it doesn't matter. You're getting your ass slapped. These are your people now. These are the ones that you're riding with. You're looking at Moors. We don't par with sellouts. We're not friends with sellouts after 3 days. Everything's cool when you had an argument. No, because sincere Moors who are sincere with each other, they don't need to argue and debate. There ain't nothing to debate. That's where the unity is. That's where the love is. Not me trying to convince some traitor to do right. And after 3 days, well, even though you have your disagreements still, for the unity of the... No, that's a traitor. What unity with traitors? And then people get shot in their sleep and all that stuff. And then you're talking about some European did something. You don't realize what freaking you're going through?
You feel it's so much
Well,
other
one
stuff.
way or the other, to be honest with you, that's what the MST of A's Quran, it says as well. The Holy Quran that Prophet Noble Drew Ali had prepared. He also gave the divine instructions to the Moors, whether they're familiar with the Quran or not, that they're never to forsake their brother, they're never to forsake their sister, and they're supposed to be
brother and sister is not sellout and traitor. Brother and sister, right? See how they're mixing truth and falsehood? They're telling you that a traitor and a sellout is your brother and sister. That's like the Moor was talking about yesterday with Professor James Small, talking about, well, yeah, the Boule came to help the black guys do the whatever like that, and then Steve Coakley's telling you, no, the Boule sold you out. Don't be listening to these people. Why are you listening to them? They're the sellout. Why are you listening to the traitors? Talk about brother and sister to the sellouts who live in a mansion. You're living with the roaches and the rats, and you're talking about unity with them. But they live in a mansion. And they'll pass you on the street and never give you a ride. Pass you straight, never give you a ride. Echelon guys. Boule. But little sister with the muffler hanging off or whatever doesn't even have gas money or whatever. She'll stop and pick you up anytime. When she sees you, she'll pick you up. And you never give her honors. But you're going to give these traitors and these sellouts honors. Call them brother and sister. You don't sell out my brother and sister. You no traitor, my brother and sister. We're not friends. We're not family. We're not relatives. You're a sellout. And we know who you people are. Been known who you people are. The problem is the dumb public. Just like the dummies over at House of Ram, Church of Ram right now has a YouTube strike right now. Why? Because YouTube strike them because of the Roe vs. Wade video that they want to do stuff on Roe vs. Wade. You dumbass. That's the same stuff they did with COVID. Anybody talk about COVID, they shut down your stuff. But look at you dummies. You want to talk about Roe vs. Wade as if that's content or something. Talking about that's going to help our people. Hell, you talking about that, and you have the master teacher, and that's what you get them to talk about? Now look at your dumb ass. Now look at you, Church of Ram. Look at you. Shut down now. Can't even do anything now. Was that YouTube or was that Allah? Was that Allah really shutting you the hell up? Because you've been talking a lot of BS over the years. And even Allah's fed up with your BS. Talking about Roe versus Wade as if that's subject matter for Moors. You have the master teacher, that's what you're talking about? Wasting master teacher's time? Talking about some BS? Instead of bringing in Noble Drew Ali's literature and breaking some of that stuff down to help our people get saved, just throw them all on the burning heap. And all you new Moors, when you come around Moors, hey, there's a Moor or whatever like that. And if you don't smell burning flesh, be very weary. Be weary. Because if you're around Moors and you don't smell burning flesh, that means that they're friends with traitors and sellouts. Because there's that many of them, so there should be burning flesh everywhere you go. You should be smelling some traitors burning. Everywhere you go, you should be smelling burning hair. Like, whose hair is burning? Oh, who the hell is that guy? I don't know, man, but those Moors, they just came in, they just ran in and just threw them on the heap. They just threw the tar on them and they just threw the feathers and lit them afire. It's not gonna be that guy. Exactly. Point exactly.
You know, one, when they're out in public, you're not supposed to speak out in public against one another. You're always supposed to be there for one another.
Right.
No matter if you don't like each other or not. But I definitely can agree based on my experience, my own personal experience with Moors, you know, not labeling them dirty or nothing like that. With Moors in general, I've seen so many different, like...
And that's why I brought up the ideology thing. Because it's like, yo, they disregard Noble Drew Ali literature. And they follow it.
But when it's convenient for them, they will bring it up. And they will say, exactly. You're violating this and you're violating that. Oh, well, you know.
Yeah, because we're the ones that's studying it. Who else is going to bring it up? You people aren't going to bring it up. You've been on here for 1 hour, 29 minutes, and you didn't even pull the book out to quote something. You're talking off the top of your head. But then you're Sunni. And then we honor Noble Drew Ali, but where's your turban at? Where's your fez at down there on the bottom? 4 eyes? Selling tights to Moors? Selling tights and sunglasses. That's right. These Moors don't really honor Noble Drew Ali. Get the hell out of here. We're the only ones who honor him. We're the only ones reading the letters every meeting. Nobody was reading those every meeting. Every meeting. There's nobody reading those every meeting. Where's these people's fez and turban at? If they're so Moorish. If they're so honor Noble Drew Ali and they're so birthrights and all that stuff. Where's their national headwears at when they're live? Where is it? Nothing to show. But you want to talk something about Noble Drew Ali. People have no right to mention Noble Drew Ali out of their mouth. Matter of fact, they should get their tongue cut out and throw that on the burning pile just for that. Smell burning tongue. And no, don't talk crazy. Don't be a liar. Damn liars. These people are liars. All of them are liars. All of them are liars. And none of them should be trusted. None of them. Anybody who's in this and they haven't been around for the past 3 to 5 years and they're teaching, don't trust them. If they haven't been around for 3 to 5 years and they're trying to sell you something, don't be buying no stuff from them. Their stuff better be approved by somebody else. Somebody better plug that. You better not be just go, oh wow, more out there selling silver. I'm just going to go buy silver from them. You better find out who the hell that is.
Do you remember that the duties of a wife is to be like this and this and that? And then in the same breath, you're out here, you know, pretty much using bits and pieces of every holy book, like how it says that there's a limited polygyny in the Quran, when there's a time of war, that there is a limited polygamy that's allowed in in Muslim law.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. But now it's okay.
But now everything's poly. Right.
Because we're in war. We're in a spiritual war. In this and that and the third. It's just so dogmatic. It's like, would you pick a fucking side and figure it out? And like, don't be coming at me telling me that I'm not Moorish enough, when I know, first of all, that Moorish American is pretty much a body politic. That's not who I am.
Right.
Listen to that BS. I thought they were with Noble Drew Ali. How is Moorish American not who they are? It's a body politic. Moorish American is a body politic? Moorish American is your nationality. Moorish American is a... Who are you? I am Kudro L. That's a nationality. But these are your scholars. Been here 5 months. 5 months. And they're going live. 5 months they're studying Moorish something. They're not even in a temple. They don't know what a temple is. They got critique, got something to say. They always got something to say when it comes to Moors, but they got nothing to say to these colonists. They always got something to say when it comes about trust. They always got something to say when it comes about secured party this. They always got something to say when they talk about estate and all that. Authenticate this and that, naturalize and all that stuff. They always got something to say when it comes to that. When it comes to these colonists, they're mute. But these are your adeptists. These are your adeptists right here. These are the people who you're going to listen to opposed to going to Canaanland Moors and go watching our videos from the past 10 years. And just stay there. Just start at video 1 and just go through every video and don't even watch anything else. You don't have to. You've been on our YouTube for 3 years. Just watching our stuff back to back to back to back to back. But you don't want that. You want these people who, when we throw them on the burning pile, you're running in to go get them. Oh my gosh, why are you doing that to your brother and all that stuff? We'll throw your ass in there too. Riding with sellouts and traitors. Might as well throw you in there too. We definitely don't need any baby traders around here to grow up to be adult traders. Might as well throw you in with your parents. Bunch of sellouts.
So stop pretending that people can't know who they really are and still comply with the body politic, which is a political status of being Moorish American. Like, let's keep it all the way funky. I don't. That's not, you know what I'm saying?
Stop the BS. That's not nothing. You're a sellout then. I don't have to wear a turban if I don't want to. Get the hell out of here, you sellout. Bunch of sellout.
Yo, Islam, Noble. Islam.
I know you're good to cuss them out too. I didn't even see the thing. I just saw
Can you
the
hear
thing.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear
Hold
me?
up, Moor. Hold up. Y'all, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Yeah, Moor. I just want to put my my 2 cents in about what's going on right now with these dirty ass Moors that's always out here talking crazy. You know what I mean? They never, ever, like you said before, acknowledge our prophet. Then they want to mix and scratch like they some type of DJ. You see what I'm saying? And they always talking about somebody's an agent and somebody is dirty. You always reflecting. You see what I'm saying? Because you are the dirty one. You are the ones that's playing games with the people. Stop playing games with the people because, first of all, the prophet, when he was running around here, he was no joke. He set up everything. He set up 13 temples that represented 13 states, okay? And he was successful about everything that he put forth. And the letter was spoken about what he put forth on every meeting. So why these Moors is not doing that? Then you have these temple Moors that's inside the temple playing these Masonic and religious games. Okay, we already know. We see through the paper. We see through the gift or whatever y'all call that shit. Y'all want to try to wrap all your bullshit up and present it to us like that's a damn Christmas present or something. We don't want that shit. We don't want it. All we want is the joy lessons, the joy Moors putting out information that is not going to confuse Moors. See, that's all this is all about, is to come out here and talk all this stuff about, oh, let's get along. And no, we're not getting along. Just like Grand Sheik said, we're not getting along with these fake Moors. Okay, because any other government, if you're treasonous, right, they will hold you accountable for your treasonous actions. In any nation, your treason, yeah, they will hold you accountable. And see, these Moors don't think what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's not going to hold them accountable. Just like you out here running down checks and scams on Moors, you know what I mean? Duping pregnant woman, duping, you don't care who you dupe, you'll sell your mother. See what I'm saying, Moor? So we have to be very, 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 very cautious about these, Moors that we just popped out of nowhere. We don't even know these Moors. They just popped out of nowhere. They Jack in a box. You know what I mean? Pop out of nowhere. So, you know what I mean? I just want to, add that in there, Grand Sheik. You see what I'm saying? And you are cooking these. You are cooking them more. You cooking them up more. Just go ahead. I got some Old Bay seasoning, and I'm finna go ahead and, give you a little bit of that Old Bay seasoning.
Sprinkle it on.
See what I'm saying? And go ahead and put it off in there. You know what I mean? For real. Because if they want beef, we know how to cook it. We vegans. We ain't got to eat it. We can serve it out.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Islam nobles, y'all know what Islam nobles. Y'all know what time it is. Islam.
Peace and love, more. Right? Yeah. It's not me cooking them. It's that flame over there cooking them. All we're doing is we're just turning them. That's all. We're just sprinkling the seasoning and turning them. That's all we're doing. Nothing else. Nothing else. That's all. Bring your barbecue sauce. Bring your Mrs. Dash and all that. Sprinkle it on them. Let them burn. You're still going to smell burning flesh though, even though we season it up. But we're not friends with traitors and sellouts.
I'm not in the Muslim, I'm not in a mosque. Like, that wasn't where I came from. And a lot of, and let's go to the prophet's oral statements in prophecies where he says that some of my best words are still in the church. If I still wanted to watch TD Jakes to this day and pull out the keys because he's a Freemason and decode that shit and apply it to my life, that's my choice. Because
well, it's truth in everything. Every system has healthy ways and positive ways to follow.
Correct. I mean, one way or the other, you have to find your path. But because the temple was there, and then people be like, well, you need to go to the temple and get those degrees and go that way, and then this and that and the third. I get it. You get your baptism. The prophet set up the temple so that he could get people out of this God is in the sky, and
No, the prophet set up the temple so you can learn the truth about your nationality and birthrights and not be a dumb nigger. Just like you're being right now, that you don't have to wear a turban if you don't want to. Drew Ali brought you that turban back. Drew Ali brought that back for you. That's part of the stuff that you're getting from the temple. Part of the stuff you're supposed to be getting from the temple is your national headwear. Find me pictures of Noble Drew Ali without the national headwear. Bet he wasn't pushing that he's a Moor at that time. Bet you. Bet he was Egyptian or something. And again, these people who have no honor, these people who don't respect Noble Drew Ali, but then they got something to say about what Noble Drew Ali brought. They don't have any idea what Noble Drew Ali brought if they're not a member of this. And member of, whether they're a member of the Moorish nation, whether they're a member of the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, whether they're a member of the Moorish Science Temple, whether they're a member of Old Canaanite Temple, whether they're a member of Moorish Divine National Movement, member. Anybody who's member in this, they better have Drew Ali down 100 as their top 5 where they go learn from. And they better have studied everything already so they can actually talk about it and be about it. Because when somebody's talking about, oh, he was wearing, she was wearing, but I don't feel like I have to wear a fez or a turban to be a Moor. Get the hell out of here. Not no damn Moor. Not no damn Moor. Right? Sellouts.
This other dogmatic way of living, thinking that people are to be telling you who you are and what to do. I get that part. You have to baptize and re-cleanse your mind out of that. However, you don't stay there. It was never meant for us to stay there. One. So if you don't see me with a button on, or if you see me wearing a fez, which I wear a fez as well. A lot of Moors don't like the fact that I wear a fez.
Yeah, Tweet had that issue too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, and that's what I'm speaking on. But my point is that I know what the fez represents. I know it represents the cordon.
So why you don't wear it then? Why are you picking and choosing when you want to wear stuff then if it's like that? And yeah, you got a right. Wear whatever you want and all that stuff. But you better be qualified when you're not wearing your stuff. Because these people not having a turban or a fez on right now just sound like a bunch of niggers to me. They don't sound like dirty Moors or Moors who don't know what they're talking about. They sound like some niggers doing some conscious meet and greet BS. This ain't Moorish. This is just a conscious meetup. That's all this is. That's all. Just some niggers talking. And we asked him the question, why are these niggers talking about Noble Drew Ali as if they know something or as if they respect something in that? They don't respect this. They're Sunni. They're Christian. Some of my good Moors are still in the church, Noble Drew Ali said, so I don't have to be Islamic. I know one of the Moors said, one of you mothers, please kick her in the back. Please. The drop kick. The off the top ropes drop kick right in her back. Because the brother can't do it. The son can't do it. Has to be one of you mothers to drag her by the hair and throw her on the heaping pile. And all the other traitor adeptest is out there too. Has to be one of you mothers to do it. Do the flying knee off the ropes into her back. Right in that spot right there, where they're going to just do the face. Just right there. Right in that spot. Flying knee. Right in the back. Toxic felines talking crazy.
The Corona soul is the crown of the sun. And if being that I have a son, a prodigal son, I'm going to be honoring my son because no one else is going to do it. So I'm going to wear my fez in honor of my son. How about that?
Well, I would like to ask, in Egypt, Ikupta, who took the fezzes off of those empresses? Can we agree they were wearing fezzes? They were. They didn't have a turban on.
With Moorish women with fezzes. I even one fezzes on before. And this was way before the MSCS.
Way before. Way thousands of years before.
But here you are, current day, and these Moors are telling us that we're in the wrong. This is elders now. I'm not even talking about our peer group. I'm talking about elder mothers that say, who do you think you are going out in public with that white fez on? You ain't supposed to be wearing that unless you in a private meeting.
And I would say that this is NBC. Because honestly,
stuff, right?
yes, like the brother was saying, if we are being truthful about what Noble Ali set forth and set up, Muslim, matter of fact, if you tracing Muslim, you have to run into Muslim. But the principle of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, if you're just living by that, if you're just
I tell people that all the time,
that,
those 5 principles alone could bring, if you truly adhere to it, kill all issues. It's just that most people are hypocrites.
No, it's just that most people are sellouts. And when you call them out on their toxicity, they don't want to deal with the reality that they're toxic because they got white fezzes and green fezzes and orange fezzes, and they think because they went out and bought a fez that's green and nobody else has a green one, they bought a feather and it's white and every other female is wearing a turban, that means that they're qualified. No, it doesn't. Nah, it doesn't mean that. It means you're fronting. Because them different color fezzes are supposed to be handed down to you. You're not getting your own different color fez. It's handed to you. It's honorable to be given a different color fez. Somebody says, hey, you know what? You had a pretty good round kick right there. You should be a mufti. That's how somebody got a black fez. You might look, oh, hey, you look like you're going to give them life when they do crimes. That's why they get the judge fez. Don't let them play you. Because that's all they're about. Look at me. Look at me. We're sisters wearing fezzes. And it's called Corona Soul. And yeah, but what do you have to show me that you activated this white fez that you got? What you have going on? And it better have been going on for 5 to 10 years or something like that. Let me see what you got going on. Nothing going on? You're just going buying stuff, putting it on, and then claiming that you're something? Or you're claiming that you're something because you just went and bought something.
So no matter what they follow. But go ahead, I didn't cut you off.
Oh, no, you got it. That's all I was getting at. That's it right there. They're hypocrites. They'll pull out. It's like, Circle 7, they're going to pull out the duties of the woman. Only the duties of the woman, right? But then skip chapter 20, 21, 22, 23, where it talks about the duties of the men. And then when you go into talking about the duties of the men and the instructions for the men, they completely ignore that because it doesn't fit their current theme of bullying. That's what I'll call it, bullying women. And also, you talk about the polygamy thing. Even that most guys are, because I'm polygamous, I have 4 wives, blah, 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 blah. But they won't tell you that polygamy is not set up for it's not set up at all to have sex with a woman. It's set up to keep a woman safe. She's supposed to, if she's widowed or something unfortunate that she's not with that man, she's under your protection. And
stop the BS. Drawley said he could have as much wives as he could afford. Stop the BS. And women outnumber men. That's why there's polygamy. Because there's more women on the planet. Why would it be any other way? Why? Drew Ali said once you can afford it, you can have as many as you want. Once you can afford it. If you can't afford one, don't tell me about polygamy and all that stuff. Because the majority of people, 99% of men can't afford one. So you already know you shut all that BS down. But they don't want to go there. They're going to make you think that, oh yeah, you can do it and all that stuff. No, you can't. You can't even take care of your goddamn children that you got. How are you taking care of 5 wives or whatever? Stop the dumb stuff. And then you're working at Quickie Mart. You work at Quickie Mart, you're going to take care of your 5 wives. All right. Keep playing. Just throw them on the burning pile. And all you new Moors, when you smell burning flesh, don't be looking at Moors. Why do you do that to them? Because we're going to throw your ass on there too. Because obviously you're with the traitors. Obviously. Obviously you're with the Souths. So don't get thrown under a heaping pile of bodies burning because of your emotions and your feelings. Take your emotions and stick them where the sun don't shine. You don't care about your emotions.
So she finds another man. Being under your protection does not mean that you're fucking her. It's
right. Unless y'all make that contract with each other.
Yes, y'all have to make that contract exactly. But even with that, if y'all aren't doing that,
even in Islam, like you can't just be a regular brother, and you know how like it be certain albions out here that cling to our culture, or they look up to us. You could get them albions to help them. And Noble Drew Ali had. That's why I said
he said take help from whoever you can get it from.
Because people really study Noble Drew Ali's Sirah, which is his lifetime in Arabic, because if they really study the work, everything is right there, how he laid it down. Of course, he didn't come with every solution, but he came with a great solution to many of our problems. Then,
well, what you mean he didn't come with every solution? What you mean? And look at them there. Look at them just sitting there, let him talk BS. What do you mean Noble Drew Ali didn't come with every solution? If Noble Drew Ali said, and they're going to quote Noble Drew Ali hadiths and all that shit, they're going to quote hadiths. And Drew Ali said, he brought you everything that takes to save a nation in the hadith. So how is he going to tell you now, the Sunni fuckboy, how is he going to tell you that Noble Drew Ali didn't bring everything? How is he going to tell you that Noble Drew Ali didn't bring anything, but they're going to be quoting Noble Drew hadiths where Noble Drew Ali said he brought you everything? People are sellouts. We're letting you know that they're sellouts. And all of them are going to burn in hell. All of them. And will they burn faster? But all of them are going to burn in hell. Bunch of traitors. Islam, more.
Islam, Grand Sheik. What's
I'm
happening?
not sure how much time's left, so you can talk fast.
I can dig it, man. Hey, I'll just keep it short then. Tell them to go read Caveat Emptor. Bottom fucking line.
Bottom line. Cast out the dead carcass. Matter of fact, cast it on the burning heap over there.
Right. Smelly culprits.
Smelly culprits. Smelly culprits.
That's all I'm going to add on. Islam.
Got some nerve. Islam, boy, give thanks. Noble Drew Ali didn't bring everything. Noble Drew Ali didn't bring everything? How didn't he bring everything? How? How didn't he bring everything? People are playing games with you. And they're going to stay playing games with you. Just throw all of them on the burning heap over there, especially if they haven't been in this for more than 10 years. And they're trying to tell you about something they got something figured out that Noble Drew Ali brought. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't have anything figured out. They're a bunch of sellouts. That's what they are.
A lot of stuff he was doing in that time. The thing with the MSCA, they not putting the time in the proper perspective, and a lot of things change.
Exactly.
They're not doing that either.
Get the hell out of here. What changed? People are still getting murdered by highwaymen right now, just like they did in the 1920s. What do you mean put time on it? What put what time on it? What time? Right now, it's August 2nd, 1922. Right now. Right now. It's 100 years later. And Moors are still here. Still putting it out there that Noble Drew Ali is alive and well. And he's running the Moorish movement from the soul plane. And you have these sellouts in turbans and fezzes riding with these people who are Sunni. And it doesn't matter what Noble Drew Ali, it doesn't matter what Noble Drew Ali said. Because when those Moors quote Noble Drew Ali, they don't know what they're talking about, but they're going to be telling you, come over here and buy some sunglasses and tights. They'll be telling you that. Come buy some sunglasses and tights from us over here, because we're the real Moors, because we have enterprise going on. But come buy some sunglasses and tights. Look at me, Moors. Hell, you need sunglasses for when the sun's supposed to be good for your eyes and all that. What are you selling people sunglasses for? To do what? You selling them tights for? You selling them some Moorish clothing? Selling them tights.
Countered
They're not putting stuff in the proper time sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really.
So when they be like, yo, Noble Drew Ali ain't teach that, yeah, of course he ain't teach that in the 1920s because it's different. We ain't all the way up in the 2000s.
They need that.
But he did teach it. They just didn't pay attention. Whatever it is, he taught it. So let me.
There's a lot of stuff that he laid down that we could even utilize in this day. But I feel like they use that as an excuse to call Moors who
look at you, getting cut off on your own platform by a Sunni Muslim, and you're supposed to be Moors. And Drew Ali said, in the Hadiths, don't let these foreign Muslims speak on your rostrum. This is why. Because they're the biggest look at me people, trying to prove some Muhammad BS to Moors. We have our prophet and our holy book already. We don't need no Quran, and we don't need any Muhammad. That's a reference point for Noble Drew Ali. Jesus is a reference point for Noble Drew Ali. Confucius is a reference point for Noble Drew Ali. Buddha is a reference point for Noble Drew Ali. But you're going to sit here, Moors, and you claim you honor Noble Drew Ali and all that, but you ain't going with the Hadith where Noble Drew Ali said, don't let these foreign Muslims on there, and then you can't even get a word in on your own platform, and you ain't cut him off yet. You're riding with these traitors, throw you on the burning, heaping pile too, with your tights. Wrap you in your tights and throw you on there. Hopefully you catch fast. Hopefully you catch fast. Because all you sellouts and traitors out here who always talking, always got something to say when you just came into this 2 days ago. Get the hell out of here. Why are you even talking? Burn you all at the stake. You damn sellouts and traitors. Honors to all the true and faithful Moors. Caveat emptor to the sellouts. Honors to all the mothers who really know what's up. Watch out for these fake mothers out here with their peace and love to you and all that stuff. They don't want any peace and love to you. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew